What's going on, guys? So, that was exciting. Finally pulled a real car with this thing. Spent a little time out at USDE for the first day. It rained pretty much the whole day, and this thing got dripped on quite a bit, which may lead to be the cause of some of the other problems we're having, but I don't think so. But anyway, it had some nasty looking orange watered spotted rust on it. I want it to rust up, but I want a nice surface rust out of it in the trailer. So just wire brushed all that back down. Didn't go completely clean. I'm trying to leave some of the natural looking stuff, but yeah, some of them big orange spots we took care of. Wasn't feeling that. Didn't look scale. So spent a little time cleaning it and swapped in the 65 turn RC four-wheel drive motor, and we get a little more torque out of it. Slowed the top end speed down a little bit, which was nice. A little more scale. For some reason, I'm having some issues with electronics now. I just hooked up a new battery. My other one still, it acted like it hit the low voltage cut. So I didn't know the battery was fully charged before I went out there, but I was using some power. So checked it and it's fine. And it was still at 11.9 and almost 4 per cell. So hooked this one up. This one is fresh off the charger and throttle already quit. We lost everything now. Having some issues. Oh, and that cut off in the middle of turning. So, another issue, having my lights quit working. And I don't understand why. I think I've got something wrong with all this rat's nest of junk we've got here. Let's see if I can... Since I re-zip tied it, it's been cutting in and out. There we go. Okay, so I think that's all it is. We just got some bad connection or a bad wire in that mess somewhere, but I'm not going to mess it up today. I've been out in the shop for about 6 hours cleaning this thing up and getting it ready. But I'm pretty pleased. We pulled the 4Runner. I first comment on Instagram, okay, now go get the truck. It's like, no. The truck is about 6 feet longer than the 4Runner, and I don't have enough concrete to get it up on there and hook it up right. It might pull it, it might not. This thing was given every bit it had. A couple issues. I don't know why my front shocks, let me turn all this off before it blows up. My front shocks, if you remember back when we built it, I had to beef them up quite a bit, and it's got a real heavy coil on the outside and another larger coil on the inside. And when I put the weight on it, only the passenger side goes down, so it was kind of torque steering, or torque pulling the front up on the left side. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. Everything looks good down there. It's just spring rates must be off or something. I need to find a different pair. I know the ones on the outside are nice and even. May need to check the inside springs and see if they're slightly off in length. Only other issue this thing has, these King Hauler shocks in the rear, they do touch the tire when you got a lot of weight on it. And yeah, it unspun one when I was in the shop before we went and pulled it out. And I didn't have all my tools out there, so it was a pain in the butt to try to fix. Got it back on, put some Loctite on it. But yeah, this thing's a beast. It'd be a pain in the butt because the way I have the bolts on the rear, but I could pull these off and put a smaller spacer in here. Pull them in just a little bit away from the tire, and that'll fix that issue for us. But again, not a huge issue. I don't know what happened to the lights. I bought the cheapest light set I could find on Amazon, and they worked once, so who knows. So we put in that wooden box. Let me tell you about that. Alright, so this box came from RC Woodworks. Vinny sent these in to me. Thought it was going to be a good place if I do lights on the trailer. It'd be a nice little spot to hide a small battery and a little light controller and things like that. Pretty cool. Check out his page. I'll have a link below to that. He makes all kinds of wood stuff. Got some cool looking scale garages. And yeah, does work for others if you're looking to have something made. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet with some of the smaller crates. Be good for throwing in the back of some rigs. I hit it with the wire brush. Used the same stain we did on here. It's still a little damp. It was raining this morning, so it may take it a while to dry, especially as thick as I slathered it on. But pretty cool little thing. I didn't want to put metal in there. I had one of those little gift card holders. It looks like a toolbox, and I weathered it and did all this stuff to it, and it just didn't look right in there. And I love doing stuff with wood on here anyway, on RC stuff. It adds a nice texture to it. So yeah, there's a link below. Check out RC Woodworks on Facebook if you're interested in some of these boxes. And thanks, Vinny, for sending me the stuff. Appreciate it. Hopefully I can get some lights in there before too long. There's a couple spots I couldn't get the wire wheel in my holes in here. I didn't think about that. There's rust. Some of the screws on the hardwares on the leaf spring shackles and stuff are rusting. It's like, great. I used, what did I use? I used Tamiya semi-truck shackle hardware. So that's a little disappointing. But it's going to rust. It's just going to rust the way I want it to. Or we'll grind it back down and do it again. Didn't like all that orange rusty stuff from the rain. So we're going to see what we get the next go round. But overall, did pretty good. I think I may have debeated this tire when I was riding on it. Oops. My leaf springs, I may try greasing them, see if they smooth out a little bit. Helps ease some of that rust. I got a little squeak going. That's nice. But yeah, thing's too big to put in the scale shop. I do have a couple little issues with the body. Unfortunately, the long road trip, the stacks hit this in and out every time, so that'll be something we'll have to touch up eventually on both sides. On the scale crawler course at USTE, I couldn't make the turns too wide a turn. I was rubbing the paint off, so I'm going to touch that up as well. One thing I noticed though, my body is split up the door seam right here, so not sure how to go about fixing that yet. It hasn't gone past the molding here, or the body line. That was a one-piece print. The back of the cab was not separate, but that door line just made it just weak enough, and probably with the stacks pushing on it, and this has been a lot of things. This cab's been floating around for a couple years, so all the paint and repaints and reworks and changing the fenders and doing all that. So I'm going to figure out a way to rebond that from the inside. Inside's a disaster. The light wiring is nasty. This thing needs an electronic overhaul. Really does. I may have to find some help for that because I hate doing that stuff. But I'm going to wrap this one up here, guys. I appreciate y'all watching. Having some fun out with the hobby, and I hope y'all are too. So keep it scale. I'll see y'all in the next video.